Grew up in Wisconsin, born in northern Wisconsin and raised just north of Milwaukee. Along the way, my dad had an interest in mining and bought a couple of mining claims around Central City. You know, going around and poking around mines was something that I guess got me a little interested in mining early in my career. In the end, I picked a small school in southwest Wisconsin, University of Wisconsin-Platteville. Graduated in '81. I had a number of different potential places to go. I was interested in operations and I wanted to get my MBA. And there aren't a lot of places in the world you can go get your MBA and still work at a mine. So Salt Lake City and Kennecott worked out really well that way.
I first met Gary in 1984. I had been transferred to Bingham Canyon with Kennecott, and Gary was the technical superintendent at Bingham Canyon.
Being the mine manager, that was sort of my long-term career goal. Changed completely with Rio Tinto coming along and acquiring Kennecott and giving the opportunities I've had since then to really work throughout the world.
As a young engineer, and very early in his career, it was apparent to me and a lot of other folks that Gary was a natural leader. The way people responded to him, the way he analyzed situations, the way he engaged people to move projects forward showed very early on the leadership potential that he was going to have. So it was really a matter of then Gary having the work experiences and the career experiences that ultimately led him to the positions that he's had and where he is today.
Yeah, first GM role was in northwest Colorado at a mine called Colawyo, and we saw great improvements in safety performance and in fact achieved the Sentinels of Safety Award the year after I had left. The people I got to work with were some really sharp people, and I learned a lot from them on just working around smart people raises your own game. The first big opportunity was moving from Craig, Colorado to London, and that was quite a culture shift. I went from a job with 500 people reporting through to me to me. I made a move from, or we made the move from London to Gillette, Wyoming. I was Chief Operating Officer at Kennecott Energy, but the opportunity came up from there to take on the CEO's role.
Gary had just taken over the role of President of Kennecott Energy in Gillette, Wyoming. An opening occurred in Australia earlier than was planned. And I remember calling Gary and saying, I'd really like you to kind of, leave what you've been working on and started here in the U.S. and move your family to Australia.
Coal and Allied had just acquired the Peabody coal assets in Australia, so two completely different cultures. End of the day, it was our approach to safety, and that's a good common denominator and set the groundwork for all the changes we need to make in terms of integrating different operations together and making them more efficient. Yeah, I came from Coal and Allied, which was over a 100-year-old business, to run U.S. Borax, which was another over 100-year-old business, based in California, but with international markets. Within Rio Tinto, we decided to merge that business with a talc business and a salt business to create Rio Tinto Minerals. We had over 19 mines, more than that in terms of processing facilities, 5 continents with operations and over 2,500 customers. So really a complex both operational, processing, and marketing organization, which was really a lot of fun. Through that time, we were able to reduce injury rates by about 40%. And I also created a really diverse team in terms of where people were from and gender diversity as well. And I think another lesson for me in the benefit of having a diverse team working for you brings lots of different ideas and I think better solutions at the end of the day.
Leading by example, in the first year he was CEO, found 3 top-class women for his executive leadership team, and we now have a board which is 45% women.
He had a keen sense of where he wanted to take the corporation, and the fact that safety was at the hallmark of it all to begin with really, I think, got things off to a sterling start.
Yeah, Gary was at the forefront of a movement and tried to change fundamentally the safety performance of the mining industry. He was part of what I would call a new generation of mining leaders who fundamentally believed that everybody had a right to go home safe after every shift that they worked in this industry. Now that was a mindset that did not exist historically.
It was a time in the industry where the industry needed to change, and I think Gary recognized that before many of his peers.
I think probably the biggest thing that I've seen change in my career is the approach to safety.
He initiated what's today called core safety. And it was a program to reduce fatalities to zero and reduce any injuries, all injuries, by 50% in 5 years. Been hugely successful.
It was clear that he was a really super mining engineer. What we learned as he joined the company was that he was a really terrific businessman.
We've really streamlined the portfolio, put the focus on value rather than volume.
He started up 3 new mines, and we've expanded 6 new operations throughout the corporation. And on top of all of the specific types of accomplishments like this, I think that what Gary has brought has been a moral compass to the corporation also. And I think the standards that he has helped set have really been in terms of fairness, inclusion, and diversity.
It's now been going on 18 years in the CEO role, and I wouldn't have been able to experience and do all the things I've been able to do without the support of my family. I'm really honored to get this recognition. There's a lot of people that I need to thank for the support they've given me through my career. So first and foremost is family, and appreciate all their support to get here. And then, you know, a countless list of coworkers and, you know, people in the community, politicians, you name it, that I've come across and met and learned from during my career that have really made a difference. I am really deeply honored. It was a surprise to get nominated. I didn't realize I was old enough to get one of these.
Hi Dad, I just want to say congratulations. Obviously you've been listening to all my wisdom and advice I've been offering you over the past few years, so you're welcome. But actually you're one of the most hardworking people I know, and you definitely deserve it. So congratulations again.
Hey Dad, just wanted to say congratulations. I'm glad all those years of dragging us through the rock exhibit at museums for hours finally paid off. But in all seriousness, congratulations on being inducted to the Mining Hall of Fame. We're very proud of you.
Hi Gary, it's Beth. I want to congratulate you on your induction into the Western Mining Hall of Fame. I think your greatest success after 35 years or more of marriage is that you've balanced family and work where we've never felt second best. I think the kids would agree. So I'm proud of you. Congratulations again. Love you.